Good morning. Thank you, Commissioner Warren. Thank you to the conference for putting on this this tremendous event. This is very cool. I remember this as a student athlete at the University of Minnesota, coming to Big Ten Media Day, and how much fun that experience was, and it created so much buzz. You got to see other coaches, other student athletes that you're going to compete against, but it was like the kickoff of everything. So I feel like this is so special for our student athletes to be here, and so I thank our conference and thank Commissioner Warren for putting on a first-class experience for them today. So, obviously our conference in women's basketball is a tremendous conference, and 7 teams in the NCAA tournament last year, 4 a historic season, 4 in the Sweet 16, and obviously with Indiana going to the Elite 8, it's a great women's basketball conference, and I feel like we're taking that next step as a conference. So our team is excited to compete in this great conference against some of the best teams in the country, returning 12 players from last year's team, including all-conference honorees Jasmine Powell, Godiva Hubbard, Sarah Scalia. We're excited about our chance to compete in this conference on a nightly basis. We'll be battle-tested in our non-conference. We have the hardest strength of schedule in the non-conference, so we'll be battle-tested to play against these great teams. We're excited to compete on the court. We also compete off the court in the classroom. Last year our team had a cumulative 3.5 grade point average, which ranked us in the top 25 in the WBCA honor roll. The one team from the Women's Big Ten Conference in that, including an academic All-American and Laura Bagwell-Katalinich. So we compete hard on the court, we compete hard off the court in the classroom, and I'm so proud of our student athletes and what they've done. So with that, I will open up to questions, and extremely grateful to be here.
Third row.
This is Marcus with the Star Tribune in Minneapolis. Good to see you, Lindsay.
Good to see you too.
Can you talk about those 3 players you mentioned in the backcourt, and just what their leadership will provide this year for your team?
It's a great question, and so Jazz and Sarah are juniors, so they've been through now 2 years of conference play. Godiva Hubbard back with us for another year with the COVID year, and so just having her leadership, having those two, having been in our backcourt for all these years is going to be a great asset for our team, and I'm excited for them and their opportunity, their experience this year. They've come in with a great mindset to practice and to even before then this summer, just really continuing to build on their individual games, but then leadership within our team as well. So I feel very excited about them as with our whole team, and so but there's no question that they have the most conference minutes, so we're going to rely on them very heavily.
In the back.
Lindsay, Steve Sterming, Excel Sports, Indiana Sports Network. Explain, I want to go back to what your initial comment was. You were here as a student athlete at Media Days. How now the Big Ten has included the women right equal with the men on Big Ten Media Days. Talk about that and the progression, and what does that mean to you as a woman coach and as a female?
It's huge. I think that this is, I remember when I went, I think it was in Chicago, and so it was different. It was different than what we see here today. This is unbelievable. This is, I can't think of a better experience for our student athletes, and so I know if I was walking in here getting ready to play a season, compete in the Big Ten, that this would get me motivated and very excited. So the fact that we are all here together and that we have a great men's conference, a great women's conference in basketball, I think it just shows our conference and just how much of a priority both basketballs, but women's basketball that we're really making and Commissioner Warren is making. And it's a credit to the coaches that have been in this league for so many years and had so many quality players, so many quality teams. And then just the level of the conference has risen so much that, this event here is fitting for the talent, both on the men's side and the women's side that we have in this conference.
We have time for one last question here in the back.
Coach, good morning. Kayla with Sports Philanthropy Network. I love what you've done balancing brawn on the court with education. And I'm wondering, with that focus on education, has that impacted NIL opportunities for your players?
Well, as we continue to kind of go through this new avenue with NIL, I think it can only help when you excel in every aspect of your life. Competing on the court, basketball, competing in the classroom, socially, being a responsible citizen. I think the more grounded and the more well-rounded you can be as a person, then that's only going to provide opportunities. And so, like I said, the more balance you can have, the more you can excel in different areas, the more opportunities there will be for our women student athletes on our team. So that's big for us. It's just, having an impact in everybody that we see, whether it's on campus, whether it's in Minnesota, in our state, whether it's on the court, is leaving an impact and a positive impression. So you do that over and over and over again, that's going to provide you more opportunities someday. And so that's, I feel like, one of my main roles as a team is providing opportunities for our student athletes. And so the more we can focus and emphasize that in all areas of their lives, then they're going to have more opportunities to succeed in no matter what they choose to do.
Thank you so much for your time this